Hi, I'm Meteorologist Chris Tomer. Let's talk mountain weather and ski conditions. And I want to start off with the snowpack because obviously this is a very quiet, warm, and dry high pressure pattern that we're in for now. And I'll show you when that changes coming up. But you can see the numbers across. This is from March 5th. So basically yesterday. I'm not sure that in our CS updates on the weekends, but you can see Colorado, we still need more snow down there. We're not running 100%. In fact, we're running about 10 to 12% below. The Wasatch needs snow. High Uintas need snow. Southern Utah needs snow. Jackson Hole's sitting about 100%. Idaho, parts of Idaho need more snow. Pacific Northwest is obviously doing very well. And look at Tahoe. They definitely need more snow. And that's where we're going to start. So here's Heavenly. And this is the view over Lake Tahoe. You can see the lake there in the distance. They are reporting 4 inches of new snow in the last 24 hours. And they've had about 154 inches for the season. I do see some new snow for Tahoe, Shasta, all the way down to Mammoth, probably Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday of this week. So let's jump into the analysis here. Here's radar and satellite, and you can see that little bit of blue that was over Tahoe. That has now evaporated and moved east. And it looks like some of that snow is going to roll pretty close to the Tetons by tonight. And I'll show you that on the future radar, but it's possible that Jackson Hole and Grand Targhee, Big Sky pick up a little bit of snow tonight into Sunday morning. It doesn't look like anything big. I'd say light accumulations for sure, but this is the next big low. You can see the spin, the comma shape sitting out here over the Pacific, and what's going to happen is the strength of this high pressure that's sitting across the west is significant. And it's going to take probably 2 different storm systems to really break this high down so that we can finally bring in some stormier weather. And I'll show you how all this plays out. And we're going to go all the way into the end of this upcoming week. So you can see this. So there's our jet stream pattern right now. Put it in motion. You can see how it kind of rolls. Nice big dip starts to develop. The high pressure starts to break down as these storm systems keep hitting the west coast and chipping away at it. And this is a whole different pattern by the time we get into the end of the week. I mean, you've got a nice opening up, a nice dip or buckling of the jet stream, and so that will open up for different low pressures to kind of sweep in to the west from California into Utah and Idaho and Wyoming and Colorado as well. I do think we're going to see an uptick in some of the precip as we kind of head into this week. And maybe even the weekend as well. But obviously right now, I mean, it's just all high pressure. That's what we're seeing at this point. All right, so let's look at our future radar and our satellite. And by Sunday morning, notice it's all the activities mainly up in the Pacific Northwest and British Columbia. There's really nothing happening in the interior. So between Sunday and Sunday night and Monday morning, again, there may be just a little bit of snow that kind of blows into Sun Valley, but again, the emphasis is far into the Pacific Northwest and into British Columbia because just the strength of the high sitting over the Four Corners and Desert Southwest. Now that's going to start to change here between Monday night and Tuesday. The next storm system is pretty large, sweeping in to California at this point, and this is Tuesday at 5:30 a.m. And notice what's kind of happening. Over the top of the ridge, there's these little waves of moisture or arcs of moisture that are kind of being blown up over the top of this high pressure. So there's going to be a little arc on and off snow through Sun Valley, Big Sky, Jackson Hole, the Tetons, and the Wasatch right there. You can see I marked it into Tuesday morning. Now between Tuesday and Wednesday, watch California. A nice shot of moisture begins to roll right into Tahoe and Shasta and then all the way down into Mammoth. And this storm really, right here, you can see the low in California and notice the precip out ahead of it. Now, there's a lot of uncertainty. This precip out ahead of it that's rolling through Jackson, and it may have brushed the Wasatch and is brushing northern Colorado as well. I've made some notes. There's going to be some uncertainty with this because, you know, how strong does that ridge stay? Does the high, how quickly does it break down? In other words, what's the rate of change of this high pressure? How much actually stays intact when it rolls through the Wasatch and the Tetons? I'll show you some of the snow estimates here in a second, but just so you understand, there is some uncertainty with that. So between Wednesday afternoon and Wednesday night and Thursday morning, watch the West Coast. That's where this low pressure is going to come from. And I do think we're going to see some snow begin. Let's wait for this thing to catch up here. It'll start to move into the interior. See that low that's swinging into Nevada? And notice the line of snow So what's happening here is I showed you the jet, and all this precip is basically being escorted in on a diagonal with the jet, and it's sweeping into Utah and into Colorado as well, right as the low is going to ride that jet stream, that diagonal jet stream as well. So that's Thursday morning at 5:30 in the morning. One more stop here on Friday morning. Again, it's pretty ragged, that arc of blue of snow kind of running along the jet stream. So it's going to be a challenge. There's no question. It's going to be a challenge to break down this ridge of high pressure. So by tomorrow morning, only light snow accumulations, Tetons, Big Sky, Idaho, up into British Columbia, and the Banff area. Nothing in California yet. By Monday morning, most of the accumulations, Baker up to Whistler. Between Monday and Tuesday morning, we start to see a little batch of snow affect Discovery, Bridger Bowl, Big Sky, and Jackson Hole. We've added a few inches of accumulation there, and we're just starting to see the snow tick up in California. Now, between Tuesday and Wednesday, we really see the numbers. So we're working at 2 feet here over Shasta, half a foot in Squaw, Tahoe, down towards Mammoth. The numbers have come up a little bit in the Wasatch as well. Now, between a Wednesday and Thursday, we start to see that arcing sort of fashion of snow, so we'll get accumulation through the Wasatch potentially and into Colorado as well. We've added a little bit in California by Thursday morning. Now by Friday morning, this is where we're going to run this through, and we'll stop it today. But by Friday morning, notice the numbers have all come up in Colorado. Generally at this point, kind of a 3 to 6 inch estimate. By Friday morning, notice the numbers over Mammoth have come up to about 21 inches. We've added some in Squaw as well. Jackson Hole by Friday morning, potentially a foot. Other remarks, other things I want to mention by Friday morning. The numbers on here for Alta and Snowbird, Park City, all of those areas are probably low on this. But that is because of the uncertainty later in the week. Where does that moisture, how much moisture rides the jet stream, and where does that axis actually end up? Is it close enough to the Wasatch that we're going to see higher totals than this, or is this middle ground, this conservative number here, going to play out? Well, time will tell, but I just wanted to give you a look into this upcoming week. So have a great rest of the weekend. Always appreciate you tuning in here, and take care.